Hello and welcome back to my Let's Challenge of Final Fantasy XIII. In the last episode we made our way through some of the toughest battles here in Chapter 7 and we are here ready to face off against what I believe, if I remember this area correctly, we're going to have the first boss of Chapter 7. Now, equipment wise, we've got an Ember Ring on Snow, because if I remember correctly, this enemy is a fire elemental based thing. Also, here's obviously got the Iron Bangle. Hope still has a Shaman's Mark and Silver Bangle, so nothing changed there. Also, did some Crystarian stuff, and we're going to stick with Super Soldier to lead off with here. So let's see how this goes. I'm pretty sure, yeah, definitely, we have an arena approaching, so must be.
I wanted to ask you something.
What's that?
You say you want a family. What if they were taken from you?
Well, then, I take them back.
And what if you couldn't? What if you knew who was to blame?
Well, then there'd be trouble. Hey, are you okay? Did you get hit in the head or something? Guess we'll have to talk about this later.
Don't just stand there.
Hold, wait!
So here we go, battles against the Ushungal Subjugator, and this is a particularly nasty. He's a particularly nasty enemy. We do actually, yeah, I do need to lever it twice just to be sure. So we're just going to continue using this just for the moment. Ideally, just wanted, yeah, there we go. Hope has a bar fire on, which is the important thing. So now, the other thing about the Ushungal Subjugator is that he's weak to electric, and of all the people that we have, we obviously have Snow on our team, and Snow, as a Ravager, does not have access to an electric type move. As such, we must continue to hit away with not very effective moves, whilst Hope can just spam thunders over and over and over again in a really. So, I'm gonna go to War and Feast here just because I don't remember quite how. Yes, that. I knew there were some attacks that I should definitely be worried about from this guy. So there we go. Okay, so Overdrive is also. So as you can see, Overdrive is an interesting thing. It obviously puts Bravery onto him, so he does more damage, but also gives him D-Shell and D-Protect, which obviously means we do more damage. And thankfully, I believe, from what I can tell, it looks like Napalm itself is not a Napalm is not a physical move. It looks like. So immune to everything but D-Protect and D-Thing. Vulnerable to lightness. Chain bonus accumulates quickly. So there we go. We get stagger. First stagger. Let's see how much damage we can do within this. Hope is doing so much more damage than me right now. He's doing, what, 3,000 damage, and I'm doing... Oh, 3,000, admittedly with the Thundara, he does 2,500. Okay, we're doing slightly more damage. I just want to be safe, so... So you got this, and then another... Probably should have gone to dual casting, but... Hope can hopefully get some hits in. Okay, so he's down to 22,000 health. Tailhammer is again just the the only thing that we really need to be just slightly watchful for. But I don't think it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Obviously, we have lost Barfire, but by this point, I think all we need to do is get this. If we can get Stagger, a quick Stagger, then we should actually be in a really good position to take this guy out. Don't want to get too aggressive, but at the same time, just looks like that's something that we should do. So we're going to be able to stagger once. Okay, Tailhammer comes in and hits us both, which is kind of annoying. But again, doesn't do nearly as much damage as I would actually might be worried it would. Obviously, we saw last time that when he went to overdrive, he did immediately use... Okay, so I'm just going to be very careful here. Make sure if you are going to attack me, you're going to attack me when I'm in a nice defensive position. So normally I would say you could definitely kill that. You could definitely kill that guy before he does the second overdrive, but pretty successful there. No real difficulty. The subjugate is going to fly off.
If you need to take a break, why don't we do it over there? Here.
I'm not thirsty.
Okay. Well, don't want to waste it.
Mommy? Mommy?
I can't. Snow? What do you plan to do? I need to know.
I told you. Save Sarah, protect Cocoon, have myself a big, happy family. Still, it's a long road ahead. Or maybe not so. Whatever happens, things will work themselves out. Even if you're Lassie, you gotta keep fighting.
And what if that gets people around you involved? What happens when your actions end up ruining someone's life? What if someone dies? What then, Snow? How do you pay for what you've done?
I can't! Alright? There is nothing that can make something like that right again. When someone's dead, when someone's gone, words are useless.
So that's it? People die and you just run away?
I know! It's all my fault. I don't know how to fix it. Where do you start? What do you say? All I can do is go forward. Keep fighting and surviving until I find the answers I need.
There are no answers! You're running from what you deserve!
Why don't you tell me what I deserve?
The same fate! Nora Eston. She was my mother. And she died because of you.
You're the one she meant.
came out of crystal stasis. We didn't remember our focus or what we'd done. All we could do was wander cocoon, looking for what we'd lost.
Let's give up. Forget our focus. We don't need it.
We don't need it? Look, if we don't figure it out and pull it off, you're gonna be a thief.
It's just making a kid that young, see? It's not right.
Yeah, it's unfair. But guess what? We grin and bear it like good Lassie, or the Falsey starts making more. Like that girl the other day. It doesn't matter what our focus is. We do it, whether we like it or not. But say we call it quits. You think these people will let us go? They'll lynch us in the street. Listen, Vanille. We do what we gotta do and get ourselves off this filthy world as fast as we can. You get out of here first. I'll buy you some time. Now don't you worry. I'll come and find you, no matter where you go. You're not gonna end up as safe. You boys coming or not? Your fight's right here! By the time I took care of them all, Vanille was long gone. After that, Brains and his cavalry found me. I never stopped searching for Vanille, but I couldn't find her. Her or our focus.
So, you're telling me Sarah will come back to life someday too?
Yep. We didn't do our job right. That's why it made her a Lassie. We messed up. Sorry. That it?
You sure better hope so. But whether we're square, that's up to Sarah.
You sound exactly like Snow. And he didn't hit me.
Wait, he already knows this? Wow.
That's a load off. Glad I apologized.
You apologized so you'd feel better?
Guess so. How about you? Feel any better now that you hit me?
It didn't change anything.
Huh. Tell that to my jaw.
Felix Heights is up there. Still a ways before we get to Hope's place.
Better pick it up.
We'll head through that gate.
Right.
So we're back with Fang and Lightning here after that rather long sequence of cutscenes. Obviously a lot of information there, you know, a variety of things, obviously references to both. We really need Curse. Although, do we get a Curse? Hope we do. No, just an accessory slot, okay. But no, yeah, so obviously lots and lots of information there, lots of references to, you know, things that have been going on, obviously, just within the Lightning, sorry, just within the Fang Vanille conversation within that cutscene, we, you know, we had references to Darj and to Sarah and all this sort of stuff, so, you know, it's obviously all ties together. Probably resist water's the best, but yeah, I guess resist water. Just because of the pass effects, isn't, you know, all those guys. Anyway, if we turn around straight away, I think there's an item behind us. Indeed, there is. But yeah, no. So essentially, you know, we obviously have Snow and Hope and their issues. This is actually taking place slightly. Essentially, we've gone slightly back. The two stories. So the two sides, Fang and Lightning's movement, and Snow and Hope's movement are happening concurrently. So we've just finished off the Hope. I didn't change my things. That's annoying. I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, no. So we've obviously finished the Hope. The Hope Snow section of this time, and now what we're going to do is we're going to finish off. Have Fang and Lightning catch up. Just in case that wasn't fully clear. So don't worry, we haven't had the explosion of that entire block, and like no one's just noticed. Lovely. Shows what a bunch of commandos can do to some weaker enemies. So, but that being said, we still want Undermine to be our first paradigm here.
I think they're ready to sacrifice the city if that's what it takes to catch us.
Indeed they are. Indeed they are. So, another Orion battle. We obviously saw these guys earlier on. Again, there really aren't anything too much to worry about. If I could resist physical attacks, that would actually be a hell of a lot more useful for Fang right now, rather than. Well, no, the only reason that these battles are annoying, I mean, the Hope and Snow battles are annoying, obviously, because you've got to constantly be fearing. You're always fearing. That Hope's gonna, you know, fall, or that you didn't get your Sentinel out soon enough, all this sort of stuff. A lot more defensive. The annoying thing about these two is that whilst they've got such great offensive presence, you just can't stagger things fast enough, and it's really annoying. Because if you could stagger things fast, then these two would just be completely so destructive. Let's get rid of that. What on earth are you talking about? Don't even think about doing that. Thank you very much. So we take out that Orion, and there's another one down there, I think, with a friend. There's also an item down there, I believe it's a weapon for Fang, which will actually be handy. Come on, turn around. Dare you. Dare you. Go on, I dare you to turn around. Something tells me they're not programmed to turn around. Unfortunately, but there we go. We will actually put slow on the Orion just to start off with, because they are particularly annoying in how their attacks actually interrupt you, so it's actually handy to get that on fast. You may well need to heal. Yes, we do need to heal. Okay. Bam, bam. Oh. He interrupted me. That's annoying. And we didn't get slow on as well, which is kind of annoying, but there we go. So yeah, if we didn't have slow on the Orion, essentially it would be attacking a lot, you know, there'd be an awful lot more, it would be causing a lot more of a fuss for us. We may well need to refresh the slow. But we won't. Yeah, we'll do that next. So we'll continue to just whittle away at this Orion's health. We should get stagger relatively soon, which is good. Might want to think about healing. Unfortunately, lightning does not have cure at the moment, which kind of sucks. So she doesn't have a way of healing us both at the same time. So, but it's obviously far more important that Fang is healed than lightning, just because of, you know, being lead character and all that. Although it looks like that Sparkstorm actually failed, which is rather handy. We should get killed here. Yeah, there we go. Lovely. Bit annoying how slow that battle was, but there we go. So, let's find what we have here. We have a Gabolg. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce that. Anyway, yeah, so essentially improves counter. So obviously counter is a very specific Sentinel move. It's essentially you soak up hits and then you deliver a counter blow after that. Now, Fang, as I've said before, is far better as a commando than anything else, and so we won't be using her Sentinel capabilities as much, and as such, maximising her attack stat is pretty much all we need to do. So, the first of the behemoths in this chapter, I believe we only fight them with Lightning and Fang. It can be a threat. But we should be okay to cope with these guys. Again, as with the vast majority of the behemoths that we've seen, the trick is just to whittle their health down bit by bit. Now, I am going to go into Lifeguard here because we were both not particularly well healed. Heave is a particularly dangerous move that you do need to watch out for. The other thing about the Lodestar is essentially, whilst obviously other behemoths go through the whole charging phase that we've seen before, this one essentially is all about, I believe it's when its health gets to a certain low point, and because it's about its health, what we're going to do is we're just going to stay in. We're just going to stay in Sab Rav just for a little bit longer and see if we can actually get Stagger. So if we can get Stagger before it goes onto its hind legs, which is essentially what we're worried about, that would be ideal. So yeah, we get Stagger, awesome. So now we can get Launch, and Launch will utterly devastate this thing. Because we can keep it, we should be able to keep it. We need to take it out, thank you. So as you saw, the behemoth was planning to stand upon its hind legs. When it does that, its stagger gauge resets, I believe, and that is obviously a bit of an issue for us, because obviously we just want to stagger it and then allow us to do all the damage. We're going to get another cutscene as we cross this bridge.
Okay, let's get Snow on the line. Damn thing's still jammed. He can take care of himself.
We'll just have to believe that. Hey, Fang. The others are safe, right? If any of us got caught, they'd make an announcement.
have to let everyone know that the big bad Lassie can't hurt him no more. These cocoon people, bunch of cowards and blowhards.
These cocoon people have spent centuries under Falsi law, in constant fear of a Pulse invasion. If it weren't for Sarah, I'd have been out there too, hunting Lassie. Would have been nothing but targets to me.
Well, Grand Pulse is just as twisted. Cocoon's a floating nest of vipers, ready to strike. Or so I thought.
So you became a Lassie to fight the vipers. And destroying the nest is your... I mean, our focus now.
Until we woke up here, we'd been in crystal stasis. Which means we must have completed our first focus. Why can't I remember that part? My childhood's clear as day. But the one thing I need, it's just gone. Blank, like an empty page. I reach for the memory, and nothing's there. Then there's my brand. It's all messed up. Vanille and me, we lost our past and our focus.
And now, you want to find them? Be a Pulse Lassie? An enemy of Cocoon?
Pulse and Cocoon can rot for all I care. If I don't figure out our focus soon, Vanille's gonna be a Sikh. I'll tear down the sky if it'll save her.
So there we get a key look into Fang's motivations behind everything, and some more, you know, background illustration as to what on earth's going on. Yeah, why not? No, just slow. Just because it'll be fun. Let's use double. Beautiful work lining. Just stunning. The Trank effects will obviously be easier to kill. It has lower HP and all that sort of stuff, so we'll very quickly wipe him out. Lovely. Two. Three. Lovely. Down goes. So, we take out those guys. We've got a couple of Orions, just thinking, why not? I think, rather than an Aqua, we should have the Fulman Ring. Seeing as these, I think, you know, these Orions are far more fearsome enemies than... I'm going slow rather than slow there, just because I feel like we've got more chance of landing this. So now, I'm doing this because I want her to attack the other one while I stagger, while I get slow on this one. Did it work? No, we did not get anything on the first one. That sucks. There we go, okay, double trouble. Again, just to get, just to keep stagger going. Not necessarily on them both, just on one. But it's very important that we get slow on them both, just as I said before. They can be very, very annoying if you let them. As you can see, they also move in such a way that does allow them to avoid physical attacks, which is rather annoying. I need actually slow on we'll continue to whittle these guys down again. It's not particularly... Okay, that's slightly worrying. So we'll get to War and Peace. We should be able to take this guy out pretty damn soon. Assuming we land all of our attacks. And that's why we have the electric resist, obviously. The electric resist items. I'm not sure whether we've actually staggered one of these yet, which is rather depressing thought, but anyway. Come on, let me attack. There we go. Get back slow on this guy just because he was not only will it improve my stagger, but it'll also slow him down, stop him being a nuisance. Fang does cast really fast, which is actually rather helpful. Like, the reason that lightning, I believe, is alternating between, like, you can see that most, like, it occurs with virtually all of the various, all of the Ravagers, is that they alternate between magic and, like, magic, physical, stuff like that. And whilst that doesn't mean they get as many spells off, because obviously it would be far faster just to, like, cast magic all the time or to do 4 physical attacks, all this sort of stuff. But I believe the reason that they alternate is to always, essentially, it increases the stagger more than it would otherwise. So we get an Axis Blade for lightning. What's that? That increases the ATB charge. Obviously reduces things in general. Quite a lot, actually, in the sense of... But it does give our ATB charge, which is actually really, really helpful, just in terms of lightning. It essentially means that she continues to attack fast, because as she attacks, her ATB gains slightly, so her things refresh faster.
Did you see Vanille's brand? No. No, huh? Want to know how long until it's Sith City? Just look at your brand. You start getting more arrows, and then finally an eye. Once it opens all the way, you're done. Let's have a look. Don't be shy. Okay. Nowhere near. You got time. Still, you never know. Some people, doesn't take so long. You get a nasty shock, you can speed up the process. Vanille's brand must be pretty far along by now. I gotta save her and get her home. To Pulse, you mean? To Gran Pulse. I hear that the Sanctum prevents people from leaving Cocoon. I'd like to see him try and stop me.
So, that's your plan. Wish I had one. Without Sarah, without a future, there's nothing to plan for. There's no way out of this mess, and no way to fight it. I'm stuck trading blows with the Sanctum, but that's no plan. Even if we topple the government, where's that leave us? With nothing to fight for, I might as well be dead.
Your sister. You've got plenty to fight for. Think about it. Don't you want to see Sarah after she wakes up? That's your future right there. All you gotta do is survive. It's simple.
Right.
Snow, they found him.
So Snow continues to show rather remarkable abilities not to being able to not die, despite that. Although admittedly this time at least we can say that he's obviously got his l'Cie powers, which surely he could use to actually protect himself. Anyway, this is going to be it for this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. In the next episode, we should hopefully finish off Chapter 7. It is a long chapter, but we'll finally be able to finish it in the next episode. We'll have 2 boss battles as well, and a lot of story stuff to catch up. Hopefully you've been following everything with story. This is where the story really starts to unfurl. You really see everything. Obviously, Fang and Vanille. It's never really explicitly stated, but I don't think they really know like how long they've actually been in crystal stasis, for example. How long it took them to wake up, stuff like this. But there's an awful lot of things to that continue to be interesting, and I hope you're enjoying the story. I hope you enjoy this game, because I really am enjoying playing through this. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you will join me on the next episode where we will be finishing off this chapter. I will see you on the next episode.